vandaag is geworden Oeigoerse. Onafhankelijk in de dag dat in de van de spirituele pluraliteit is de van ons bestand. Het is dus de plicht van elk Oeigoer om de krachten van onze voorouders en te vieren en te memorialiseren. Ook herdenken we de grote offers die zijn gedaan en de duizenden levens die zijn verloren. Voor de onafhankelijkheid van de moderne Oost-Turkestaanse republieken. Helaas hebben ze republieken hun einde gevonden door de afwezige steun van de andere landen. Uiteindelijk werd Oost-Turkestan binnengevallen door het Rode Leger van China. En analyse op de 20 oktober 1949 mede door de directie in meningen van het communistische Sovjet-Unie. Vanaf dat moment hebben de Chinese heersers verschillende pogingen van de assimilatiebeleid toegepast, maar deze pogingen vallen door de ontembare geest van de Oeigoerse natie. Met het nood van de diepte van de wanhoop konden de Chinese regering echter haar ware duivelse gezicht aan de bouwden zijn de concentratiekampen om de hele Oeigoerse natie uit te roeien. Waar dus miljoenen Oeigoeren worden vastgehouden, geïnimiseerd, gemarteld, vermoord en gedwongen om hun overtuigingen en de culturen te verworpen en zo ook de identiteit van de Oeigoeren vernietigen. Kortom, er gebeurt een open genocide tegen de Oeigoeren in Oost-Turkestan. Wij zijn de afstammelingen van de grote natie van de Chinezen heeft gedwongen de grote muur op te bouwen. Wij zijn de afstammelingen van de grote natie die nooit tot slaaf zijn gemaakt. Wij zijn afstammelingen van de natie die onafhankelijk en de vrij leefde. Maar nu hebben wij te maken met een omgekeerde vorm van de genocide en wij die de doelwit zijn van de afschuwelijk misdaden van de Chinese overheid. Toch hebben wij de resolutie om onze onafhankelijkheid te herwinnen en wij zullen ervoor vechten tot de volgende onafhankelijkheid krijgen. Het hangt allemaal af van onze consequenties over en de inspelen. Ondanks alle hebben vertrouwen in het herwinnen van onze onafhankelijkheid. Wat wij zijn de afstammelingen van de dapperste en de rechtvaardigste van de democratie natie-staten. Lang leven onafhankelijkheid van Oost-Turkestan. Ik verklaar dat ik vandaag mijn nieuwe stichting Support Oeigoer opricht. Kunt u support Oeigoeren, steun Oeigoeren, stop Chinese genocide tegen de Oeigoeren. Hartelijk bedankt dat jullie aandacht geven. Dank u.
Influence local governments, international governments and regional governments. And look at Germany. Just because of the huge investment in China, some of which is using Uyghur slave labor, that's why Germany is silent over the Uyghur genocide. And that's why EU is silent over the Uyghur genocide. Because of this global corporates. Just because of they have the money and China is not controlling here. China is controlling here through this international brands, indirectly, but their power is quite persuasive, quite strong, and growing day by day. and Uyghurs are victim of this. Our tragedy actually is not only about genocide, but it's far, far more than this, that it shows that China has the far-reaching goal to take control of the whole world. We are the first victims, and this will continue as time goes by. And another thing that China's government is heinously conducting is organ harvesting. Previously, at the end of 90s and beginning of 2000s, it was Falun Gong practitioners and Uyghurs and others in prisoners were victims of organ harvesting. And now the China's organ harvesting business is booming. Why? Because that's also part of the genocide. China is making billions of dollars out of this organ harvesting, of which Uyghur inmates in the camps are victims. And now the organs of human beings, of Uyghurs, can be bought $160,000 or $50,000 depending on where you want. And the operations can be done less than 2 weeks. And everything is streamlined, everything is industrialized. And world knows this. You don't tell me that you don't know it, then you are lying. We know it, but we can't do anything. The organ harvesting, the post-modern slavery just happening before our eyes. And they are not cutting their relationship with China, H&M, BMW and other brands. Why? Because they want to control us, they want to control others, control you and control the world. And we are the victims. Our tragic stories of the Uyghurs must be a reminder of the world that we are facing, humanity facing, one of the unprecedented evil force. It's marching, it's coming to you. Thank you so much.
China, get out from Turkestan! China, get out from Turkestan! China, get out from Turkestan! Fascist China!
Fascist China!
Fascist China!
Fascist China!
Fascist China!
Fascist China!
Terrorist China!
Terrorist China!
Terrorist China!
Terrorist China!
Terrorist China!
Terrorist China!
Stop Uyghur genocide!
Stop Uyghur genocide!
Stop Uyghur genocide!
Stop Uyghur genocide!
Stop Uyghur genocide!
Stop Uyghur genocide!
China, stop killing in Turkestan!
China, stop killing in Turkestan!
China, stop killing in Turkestan!
China, stop killing in Turkestan!
China, stop killing in Turkestan!
China, stop killing in Turkestan!
We want the freedom!
We want freedom!
We want freedom!
We want freedom!
We want freedom!
We want freedom!
Fascist China!
Fascist China!
Fascist China!
Fascist China!
Terrorist China!
Terrorist China!
Terrorist China!
Terrorist China!
China, get out from Turkestan!
China, get out of Turkestan!
China, get out from Turkestan!
China, get out of Turkestan!
China, get out from Turkestan!
China, get out of Turkestan!
Ya, memnunka. Memnunka. Şuna bir sizde şikayet falan şu.
He is my friend, he is Uyghur, and his name is Abdurrahim Ghanim. And he is living victim of China's Uyghur genocide. 19 members of his family, including his father, stepmother, oldest brother, second brother, including everybody, 19 family members of my friend have disappeared. There has been no news about whether or not they are alive, and if they are alive, where they are now. And Dutch government has contacted China about their whereabouts, but the Chinese government has never given any precise response to the request by the Dutch government about 19 Uyghurs. This is the top of the iceberg. It's not only 19 Uyghurs, millions of Uyghurs have disappeared into a black hole, or state-sponsored, state-sanctioned black hole. And me included, I have no idea about if my family members are alive or dead. And what's going to happen today after this speech, after my participation in this protest will bring to them back home, I have no idea. And this is our reality in the 21st century, that we have no right to know whether or not our family members are alive. And that is the terrorist Chinese government is doing to us. And here, not only me, everybody here, all the Uyghurs attending this protest have lost at least one family member, at least one of them, either in concentration camp or in prison or in slave labor factory or somewhere we don't know or God knows. At this stage, this genocide is aggressively being carried out in the midst of the silence of the world. And if we are not able to save Uyghurs, save the millions of Uyghurs that they have disappeared, and China will emerge as victorious evil power. If we cannot stop this, we cannot talk about the future of the world justice or universal justice, because we know this genocide is happening. If we don't do anything, yes, Uyghurs are being vanished, but what about you? How could you answer your conscience? What about your moral responsibility? What about your responsibility as a citizen of this world? The Netherlands has a great tradition of liberty. The cradle of liberty born in here in the city, Amsterdam. And Netherlands is and should be proud of this great tradition. And Uyghurs need this freedom-loving people's support. Support not only of Uyghurs, but the idea of liberty, idea of human dignity, idea of human rights. Please stand by, stand for these ideas that the Chinese government is trampling on. And we need your help and we need your support. Thank you.
Yakın zaman tarihimiz kurulgan bu iki Şarkı Türkistan Cumhuriyetlerimiz Sevç İttifakı'nın koltukşi ve bivasitə arılış bilen yok kılınıp, vatanımız Şarkı Türkistan ahire 1949 10. ayının 20. günü Xitay Komünist hükümetinin müstəmləkəsi düşüp kaldı. Xitay hükümeti, Xitay milletinden bizden bolmaganlar. Xitay Komünist hükümeti Yavuz yiğitler bırak aşkarlar. Bugün günü gelgende Şarkı Türkistan'da dünya tarihida Hitler'den keyin meydan kılıp bakmagan Nazi ceza lagerlerini kurup neçe milyonlagan Şarkı Türkistanlıklarını ceza lagerde kıynap öldürmekte. Organlarını oğurlap satmakta. Cümleden Şarkı Türkistan halkını milletinden, medeniyetinden, etikadinden, hatta turmuş yoldan vazgeçip Xitay bulup yaşashqa mecburlamakta. Kıskısı Xitay Komünist hükümeti Şarkı Türkistan halkı karta kırgıcı kılıp barmakta. Biz Şarkı Türkistanlıklar Xitaylarını 8 sepil sokup bikin maliyetini yaşashga majbur qilgan qahramon millatning avlodlari. Biz tarixda Xitoylar bosh egmagan, o'zimizning erkin, mustaqil davlatni qurib, yashab kelgan Uyg'urning avlodlari. Afsus, tarix bugungi kun kelganda biz Sharq Turkistonliklar Xitoylarning tarixda intiqom olishga duch keldik. Biz bu qatlamdan qutulib, yangi o'zimizning mustaqilligimizni asliga keltirish uchun davomli kurash qilamiz. Hamini bir kuni o'zimizning mustaqil davlatni qurib chiqa olamiz. Bu bizning jasoratimiz.
Currently, what I am talking about is not a fairy tale. It's horrific. It's horrific genocide that is happening before the eyes of the world. More than 70 years ago, on this land, we saw the horrific genocide, the Holocaust, and the world outcried and saying that never again. But this never again is happening again on Turkestan under the rule of Chinese Communist Party. And again, we don't know that when this never again will really be acted upon until it's too late for us to vanish and the second victims will come up, third victims will come up, fourth victims will come up until this evil regime conquers the whole world. It's just a matter of time. Because today Uyghurs are crying and we believe that tomorrow whole world will cry. Because same inhuman regime is quite aggressively on the march to crushing anything, all liberties, all progress and all enlightenment, everything that humanity has ever been proud of. And this regime is unprecedented in human history. It's not us. It is not us only the victims of the regime. The whole world will be victims of the regime. And currently, the whole East Turkestan has become one of the biggest and open concentration camps where millions of Uyghurs are incarcerated and where rape, torture, death and organ harvesting is carried out on a massive scale, on an industrial scale. And now you can't say that you don't know it. You know it. Unless you are illiterate, unless you live in Mars or somewhere else. Everywhere in the world, this news is there, that you can see it, you can hear it, but no action is being done. Silence of the world is just allowing China to be emboldened and without being held accountable for what's doing now. There's no accountability. There's no justice. Let its justice of the world, universal justice, whatever. China is not afraid of anybody at this stage. Why? Because of our silence, because of your silence. Today you are silent over us. Tomorrow you can't find anybody who will come and help you. Because this regime is equipped with such inhuman agenda to take control of everything in this world. If you don't believe that, then even if our death, our genocide cannot move you, I don't know what else can move you. Because I am such a humble, such a weak human being, I can't convince you. But this genocide is so real, so inhuman, so horrific, and it's happening before the very eyes of the world. Finally, I would like to thank everybody who has listened to us today, and please, Uyghurs need help. Even you don't help us, but help yourself by helping us. We are the first biggest victims, but it's just a matter of time. This tide will crush you quite soon. This is the enemy of humanity. China, CCP is the enemy of humanity. Not only my enemy, it's your enemy, you will see. Thank you so much.
The day we established independent East Turkestan Republic in Kashgar and Gulja on 12 November 1933 and 1944 respectively. This is the day that Uyghurs demonstrated their determination for independence. This is the day that Uyghur nation showed their desire for democracy. This is the day that thousands of lives sacrificed themselves for independent East Turkestan. This day has been commemorated with great honor to our ancestors, because this is a symbolic day of Uyghur independence and a day of setting spiritual pillars for Uyghurs. So it's the obligation for every Uyghur to remember to succeed of the great spirit of our ancestors. Although great sacrifices made and thousands of lives lost for independence of modern East Turkestan Republic, without other nations' support and with direct interference and conspiracy of former communist Soviet Union, and East Turkestan was invaded by China's Red Army and colonized on 20 October 1949. From that time, although Chinese rulers has applied various means of assimilation, politicized since occupation, they have failed in front of indomitable spirit of Uyghur nation. However, the plump, the depth of despair, China's government showed their true devil face and built up concentration camps to exterminate the whole Uyghur nation, where millions of Uyghurs are detained, humiliated, tortured, murdered, and forced to deny beliefs and cultures of Uyghur identity. To be short, an open genocide targeted Uyghurs is being carried on in East Turkestan. We are the descendants of a great nation that first Chinese built up Great Wall. We are the descendants of a great nation that has never been enslaved. We are descendants of a nation lived independently and freely. Although we have faced unprecedented genocide and become target of hideous crime of Chinese, we have resolution of regaining our independence, and we will fight for it until being fully independent. It depends on our consistent sacrifices. We have confidence regaining our independence, because we are the descendants of the bravest, most righteous, most democratic nation. Long live East Turkestan independence. Thank you for your attention.
Long live East Turkestan!
Long live East Turkestan!